sound from here, ba? That sound really work. International Day for Monuments and Sites, stakeholders hub on response to conflict and disaster management. Ibom developers FZE empowers women in Okanafon local government area. Plus, federal government intensifying efforts to ensure transparency in cash transfer program. Hello there, very good evening to you and many thanks for joining us on the news. I am Kelvin Samuel with details of the headlines and other stories. And please note that this broadcast is reaching you live from the studios of the NTA Channel 12, your True Star Time Channel 103, and all the social media handles of the NTA, both on Facebook and the YouTube. Do well to connect with us up there for regular updates. Now to the news for the day. Edi Esang has received the blessings of Eyobasi Council of Chiefs to proceed with his ambition of becoming the next House of Representatives member Oron Federal Constituency. Corresponding report that this was during a consultation visit to Eyobasi Council of Chiefs. The report. The 2027 general elections into the Green Chamber in Oron Federal Constituency is taking a new dimension with the emergence of a DSang who is assuring the people of a fresh air of representation. Esang, while consulting the Eyobasi Council of Chiefs, notes that his people deserve the best of representation and he has offered himself to bring the needed change that will see to the transformation of the constituency.
I am very proud to be a son of Eyobasi. I am very proud for the support I've received here today, the encouragement from our fathers. It really means a lot to me, and it shows that tomorrow is bright, that this mission will be on the right track. And I assure Oron people that I will not disappoint them, particularly Oron local government, Oron nation. I will not disappoint them. I'm not going to be a representative that will be looking for.
Speaking on behalf of the Council of Chiefs, the clan head, Senator Nelson Effiong, while noting that it is critical for Oron to complete their second tenure, assures of their readiness to support any of their sons who emerges the party's flag bearer. He calls on all players to be civil in the electioneering.
Oron local government is emphatic that we must complete our 2 terms. And we are lucky to have 2 capable sons who are very, very qualified and good enough to represent us. And that we will support whoever their party brings up. They all belong to APC. And since the chiefs do not play partisan politics, we will encourage them to go about their campaigns in harmony, in peace, and without any offensive words being used.
Oron nation must complete their 8 years in office. Nkobazi no yekemi irigwiri no yabazi meje gonyala enayono.
The traditional fathers offered prayers and wise counsels for successful campaigns. Edi Esang is a native of Eyobasi in Oron local government area. In Uyo, Kelvin Samuel, NTA News. Meanwhile, today marks the International Day for Monuments and Sites, observed globally every 18th of April to promote awareness of cultural heritage and the need for its protection. The year's celebration is themed Emergency Response for Living Heritage in Context of Conflict and Disaster highlighting the urgent need to safeguard cultural traditions, historic sites, and community heritage threatened by crises around the world. The day, also known as World Heritage Day, was established by the International Council on Monuments and Sites and later adopted by UNESCO in 1983 to draw global attention to the diversity and vulnerability of cultural heritage. And to speak more on the International Day of Monuments and Sites, tonight we have in the studio Mr. Okokun Bongobasi, who is a curator at the National Museum, Uyo. You are welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
All right, sir, I guess we just take the bull by the horn. Let's talk about this day, its importance. How is this day important?
Yeah, today, the 18th of April 2026, is another day of, in the museum, we consider our Christmas.
Okay.
We have 2 days in the year that we consider our Christmas, the International Day for Monuments and Sites, 18th of April every year, and the 18th of May every year also,
Okay.
which is the International Museum Day. And by the names, you see that they are international days set aside by the UNESCO, you know, for celebrating of our monuments and sites
Okay.
on the 18th of April and the museum on the 18th of May. So today is a very important day for us. It's a day that we are very proud to showcase our work and what we are all about, especially as has to do with monuments and sites.
Okay, sir. Now, talking about museums, back in the days, it used to be one interesting place to visit across the country. But today, do we still have active museums, especially, for example, in Akwa Ibom State?
Yes, we have very active museums all over the Federation. In fact, we have many museums that are very robust and doing very well. The Lagos Museum has just opened an exhibition this week, and then we have other museums in Jos. We have different museums, but in Akwa Ibom State, you know, the museum in Uyo, the state capital, sorry, needs some facelifts.
Okay.
Yes, we need some facelift, but we exist here in Uyo along Ring Road 2. That's Obong Samson Doidion Drive. That's where the museum is situated. And Akwa Ibom State is very lucky to have 3 museums.
Okay.
There's the museum in Oron, which is very historic. People know about that museum a lot. And then there's the museum in Ikodekpene that was established by the Anang community and handed over to the commission to run. So these are the 3 museums we have in Akwa Ibom State.
Okay, now we are talking about preserving these monuments and sites, especially in the face of crisis.
Yes.
How can this be done?
Yes. The monuments and our sites are our heritage.
Okay.
And these are our natural settings, you know, to showcase our culture to the rest of the world. Okay. And these sites, these monuments have to be identified. They have to be rehabilitated. They have to be brought up to standard, to world standard, the UNESCO standard,
Okay.
so as to attract tourists and become a tourism destination.
Okay.
And by so doing, you know, we will have tourists coming in and it will affect our economy positively. That is what the monuments are. But unfortunately, in Akwa Ibom State, we have not developed any of our monuments. We have numerous monuments in Akwa Ibom State. We have numerous monuments, but unfortunately, none has yet been developed. The museum has been working, trying to develop one of such, which is the Obiubium Groove. You know, Obiubium Groove is a natural groove, you know, and a shrine that the people will come in to see how we worship our deities naturally. Okay. That is what the Obiubium Groove stands for. Like in the Osun Osogbo Groove, which has attained the World Heritage status.
Okay.
That place, every year, people come in, tourists troop in to participate in the festival that goes on there. And we can achieve same even here in Uyo with the Obibium Grove. There are other monument sites. There are so many in Akwa Ibom State, but even other states that don't have as many monument sites as we do, that is identified ones, not yet up to the national standard before getting to the World Heritage sites. They have monument sites that have been developed to the national standard. For example, in Abia, we have about 4 in Abia. Cross River has about 5. Edo 5, and even Bauchi has up to 7. Yes, developed to the national.
But in Akwa Ibom, do we have any at all?
Yes, we have identified quite a number, like I said, but they are not declared yet. They are undeclared. For example, we have the ancient trading beach at Okowedi. In Itu. We have the old Presbyterian church also that was built in 1905 by Mary Slessor. We have the Koibo church in Atanofort. We have the ancient tree grove at Afafiong in Sidibom. We have the Methodist Boys High School in Oron. We have, there are many. But unfortunately, we have not been able to bring any to the national level. And that's why we are looking for collaboration from the state government.
Okay, now I also understand that the present administration of Governor Mo Eno is big on tourism.
Yes.
And from what you've mentioned so far, I can see relationship there.
Yes.
And so what would you outline as some of those things you feel that government needs to do in this area to be able to harness the economic potentials of these sites?
Yes, the government has to do a lot to harness it. Yes, the present administration is big on tourism, and we know that by harnessing these points, it can really boost tourism. So we are appealing for collaboration with the government. It is the museum that is mandated to declare these sites and then to bring them up to standard and to relate with the UNESCO to bring them to the World Heritage standard also. So we are appealing that the government will partner with the museum and give us, the state government has to come in to help us because we don't have what it takes to develop these sites. And as we develop these sites in the states, it will really boost the status of the states in the eye of the world.
Okay, now I suppose that on a day like this, there must have been that you're right here in our studio, and this is happening today. There must be a message to the entire world as regards monument and sites, especially in the country. What would be your message to the populace of the country?
Yes, going by the theme of this year, we want to solicit with everyone to help to keep our monuments and our heritage safe, from disasters, from conflicts. We know that we are in a world that there's a lot of conflict these days, and we have disasters, both natural and man-made. So we ask that government and people will collaborate to keep our monuments safe, to make our monuments living monuments that people will interact with, who will come to see and will enjoy, we will learn from, will benefit from, it will educate us. So those are the things that we are asking to keep our monuments safe and secure.
All right, thank you so very much. And to you viewers, if you're just joining us, we've been discussing International Day for Monument and Site. And with no less a person than the curator of your National Museum, who is Kokon Bongo Basi, has been here in the studio talking to us on what we need to know about our museums and then our sites. It's been an interesting time having you in the studio.
Thank you very much.
I suppose it's been a very short time, but we hope to have you on a larger scale, so we'll deal more on this.
Thank you very much.
You have a blessed day. And now going forward, we'll pause there, for the short commercial break. Thereafter, news continue. Don't go away.
Mind-blowing innovation in hospitality. Tastefully furnished rooms and apartments, cozy restaurant with local and continental dishes, exquisite bar, standard laundry and car wash, free Wi-Fi and 24-hour spa and water supply. Feel the superior quality of hospitality and luxury as you unwind and relish the comfort of life, all at the Silver Luxury Hotel, managed by Joy Hymns Limited, Itiam Utep Street, Plot 100 Units L, Ewed Housing Estate, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For inquiries and reservations, please call 0806 840 1220 or 0701 661 7341. The Silver Luxury Hotel, Oasis of Comfort.
The solution to your building and construction works is Regal Stones, dealer in chippings, hardcore, iron rods, cement, sharp sand, and blocks of all kinds. At Regal Stones, integrity is our watchword. We are equipped to deliver to you regardless of the quantity you desire. We scale every product with our weighing bridge so you can be rest assured of the exact quantity of products you buy from us. Our dedicated and committed staff, coupled with efficient automated vibrating machine, guarantee our unfailing delivery always. We have top-notch customer care services to attend to you in minutes. Locate us at Regal Stones, Goswell Akpabio Crescent, Shelter Afraid, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Our office line 0916-641-1972. Regal Stones, reliable and trusted. Regal Stones, quality beyond imagination.
Welcome back and many thanks for staying tuned. Now we will take you to the rest of our stories for tonight. The federal government is intensifying effort to ensure transparency, accountability, and effectiveness in the implementation of the Household Prosperity and Empowerment Cash Transfer Program. The program, carried out through the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, is being executed through a strategic engagement and interactive session with beneficiaries.